Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer, Alton Ellis, Delroy Wilson, and Jimmy Cliff all grew up in the same neighborhood. Jamaica's biggest music legends were basically neighbors growing up, and I just visited that neighborhood. So I went on this incredible music tour in Kingston with Marie and Donovan from One Stop Cultural Tours, and my mind is completely blown. I thought I knew Jamaica's music scene, but I had no idea about half of what I learned today. Marie and Donovan picked me up at 9:30 in the morning. Marie's a British Jamaican with this amazing energy, and Donovan's a returning resident who came back home to share his passion for Jamaica.
Hi, my name is Marie, owner of One Stop Cultural Tours Jamaica. We offer a range of tours in Jamaica, but primarily in Kingston and downtown Kingston. We do genealogy tours, so we help people with family history. Music tours, UNESCO World Heritage Site. We go to Port Royal, we do a Port Royal tour. We offer various range of tours. We customise tours, so a customer just contact us, email us, tell us what they'd like, and we will offer them a tour. We've been operating for about two years now, and we love what we do. The tours, especially downtown, are wonderful. You've got the museums, you've got Kingston waterfront, you've got the murals. There are a variety of places to explore and enjoy in Kingston, and we look forward to welcoming you to Jamaica and showcasing everything we've got to offer.
Hi, I'm Donovan Senior, and I've been with One Stop Cultural Tour now, how about say 12 to 15 months, and I'd like to think that I bring a different field. I can bring a little depth in terms of knowledge of the place. But I enjoy what we do, like Marie said. I think we give like an immersive tour to the client, more personal, and they like that. We ask them quite often, how did they know about us? Where did they get the information? And they say, well, we look at the reviews. The reviews are very important. So that speaks volumes to the kind of service that we provide.
We specialise in Kingston, but we are island-wide. You just send us an email advising what you'd like, and we'll try and make it happen.
First stop was the Bunny Lee Museum, and I had no clue who Bunny Lee Stryker was before this. Turns out, this man was the person responsible for taking reggae international back in the 60s and 70s. We're talking #1 producer every single year for an entire decade. One of his most famous songs, Cherry Oh Baby, was recorded by Eric Donaldson. Bunny Lee produced it with Tommy Cowan, and it's been covered over 30 times by artists like UB40 and the Rolling Stones. The museum is actually his old home and contains artifacts and gems from that era and from the singers he used to work with, and they still use it as a recording studio. Coffee recorded Rapture there.
Hello, good morning. My name is Christopher Query. I'm the tour guide for the Bunny Lee Museum today. Bunny Lee Museum was started out back in 1972. And at that time, Bunny Lee was working along with Joe Higgs as partners, both of them, and they had the amalgamated records at that time. All right. Now, Bunny Lee would have been classified as one of the most decorated reggae producers with about 11,000 records to his name. He has been taking reggae music from Jamaica to England since 1968. So right here is where we have Idler's Rest. This is the second one. The first one is downtown Kingston and Chancery Lane. And right here are pictures of artists, producers, engineers, singers, DJs, all of them at some point would have sat here at some point or the other in their life, right?
If you're enjoying this journey through Kingston's music history, go ahead and gently tap that like button. It really helps us keep uncovering these amazing stories.
We have had a 10-year stint, which is a decade of being the #1 producer every single year. From 1967 right up until 1976-77. He was credited with awards from the RJR group of companies and the former Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation and Swing Magazine. Stryker Lee was the producer of Cherry Oh Baby. This is the tape and the start. You also wrote a song that was sung by Max Romeo called Wet Dreams. Alright. This is the Godfather of Reggae Hall of Fame, and there are 69 faces on these walls. There are producers, singers, engineers, sound system operators, they're all here.
Then we headed to Trenchtown, and this place is pure magic. This is where Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer, Jimmy Cliff, and so many other reggae legends all grew up together in the same community. Can you imagine that kind of creative energy in one place?
I say it starts for Bob now. I watch it now. Bob usually live on 2nd Street, you know. Them say Tata, that virgin playing the guitar. So that's Tata. Playing the guitar, so them want to learn. So Tata teaching, you know. Them drop asleep there sometimes, you know. Because it's so easy, you know. It's easy, because if you play a little guitar, you get a little lesson. You know. So you can relax more time. You can lay down too. You see me?
I walked through Bob Marley's actual home, saw his old bedroom, and there's still this vintage Volkswagen he used to drive, just sitting right there.
This is what they go around Jamaica. Stage show, party, dance, bingy, river, beach. You know,
This was the first tour bus.
Yeah. This is what they know. And transit, Volkswagen.
But the coolest part? Learning about Joe Higgs, the godfather of reggae music. This man gave free vocal and music lessons to all these young artists in Trenchtown. He's basically the musical mentor who shaped an entire generation of reggae superstars. Our final stop was the Bob Marley Museum on Hope Road. This is where he lived when he became successful. The home contains lots of artifacts and gems about his life, up until his passing.
Welcome to 56 Hope Road, home to the legendary Bob Marley Museum. Can I get a wow? Please note that Bob lived on this property 9 long years before his passing or his transition from melanoma skin can. Can I get a oh gosh? And also the first Rastaman to move from a ghetto community into an upper class society. Can I tell wow? So from a concrete jungle called Trench, move come up, now called 56 up, first Rastaman to do that.
One unusual thing about this home is that you can still see the bullet holes from the assassination attempt on his life. Standing there, seeing those marks on the wall, it really hits different. This isn't just history in a textbook. This is raw Jamaican history that shaped music around the world. Kingston's music scene runs so much deeper than most tourists ever get to experience. These aren't just museums. They're living pieces of culture that tell the story of how Jamaica changed music forever.